I'm 92 years old, and I still walk without fear. I climb stairs without holding my breath. I stand up from a chair without pushing off with my hands or asking for help. Every morning, my legs carry me where I want to go. Not slowly, not cautiously, but confidently. And wherever I go, people notice. They stop me. They look at my posture. They look at the way I move. And almost every time, they ask the same question. How are your legs still so strong at your age? They assume it must be genetics. They say, you're just lucky. Or, you must have always been athletic. Some even say, well, you were probably born that way. But none of that is true. Strong legs in your 80s and 90s are not an accident. They are not a gift handed to a lucky few. And they are not reserved for people who spent their lives in the gym. Strength in old age is built quietly, day by day, habit by habit, choice by choice. Most people don't lose their leg strength suddenly. They lose it slowly. First, standing up feels a little harder. Then walking feels heavier. Then balance feels uncertain. Then fear enters the picture. And once fear enters, movement stops. And when movement stops, strength disappears. But here's what no one tells you. That decline is not inevitable. Your legs are not betraying you because of age. They are responding to what your body is no longer receiving. Because after 70, your body changes the rules. You absorb nutrients differently. Your muscles rebuild more slowly. Your circulation needs more support. And your nerves require specific fuel to keep firing properly. Without the right nutrients, even the strongest legs begin to weaken. With them, something remarkable happens. Muscles remember. Nerves reconnect. Blood flow improves. Balance returns. And today, I'm going to share 6 essential vitamins that do exactly that. These vitamins don't just support your muscles. They protect your circulation. They strengthen the nerves that control balance. They help your joints move smoothly. And they give your legs the energy they need to carry you safely and confidently through your 80s, 90s, and beyond. This is not about looking young. This is about staying independent, being able to walk without fear of falling, climb stairs without panic, get out of bed without pain or hesitation. Because when your legs are strong, your world stays big. You go where you want. You live on your terms. And stay with me until the end, because vitamin number 6 is the one most seniors are missing, often without knowing it. Doctors call it the youth signal for aging muscles. It helps rebuild muscle fibers, improves energy, prevents cramping and weakness, and can restore strength even if you feel you've already lost it. Whether you're 70, 80, or even 92, this could be the difference between struggling and standing strong. That if there is one vitamin that decides whether your legs remain strong or slowly lose their power as you age, it is vitamin D. Vitamin D is not just another supplement on a shelf. It is the foundation of how your legs function every single day. This vitamin directly controls how strongly your muscles contract, how dense and resilient your bones remain, how well your body maintains balance and coordination. Without enough vitamin D, your legs don't respond the way they should. Standing up from a chair starts to feel like hard work. Walking requires more effort than it used to. Your steps become shorter. Your balance becomes uncertain. And with that uncertainty comes fear. Fear of falling. Fear of stairs. Fear of uneven ground. What many seniors don't realize is that vitamin D deficiency often develops silently. You don't wake up one morning unable to walk. Instead, the weakness creeps in slowly. Your legs feel tired more easily. They feel heavy, even after rest. Sometimes they feel shaky, especially when you first stand up. Here's the critical fact most people are never told. After the age of 70, your skin produces up to 75% less vitamin D from sunlight. That means even seniors who spend time outdoors, walking, gardening, or sitting in the sun, can still be dangerously low without knowing it. Your body simply doesn't make vitamin D the way it once did. And when vitamin D levels drop, the consequences are serious. Low vitamin D leads to progressive muscle weakness, loss of fast muscle response needed to prevent falls, poor balance and coordination, increased risk of fractures, slower recovery after movement. This sets off a dangerous downward cycle. Weak legs lead to less walking. Less walking leads to poorer circulation. Poor circulation deprives muscles of oxygen and nutrients, and that makes the muscles even weaker. Over time, this cycle steals independence. But here's the good news, and it's important. This cycle is reversible. Your muscles do not forget how to be strong. They simply need the right signal. Vitamin D acts like a switch that turns muscle strength back on. When vitamin D levels are restored, muscle fibers fire more efficiently. Balance improves. Reaction time becomes faster. Walking feels lighter and more stable. That's why many seniors notice real changes within weeks. Let's talk about where vitamin D comes from. The most effective natural sources include fatty fish such as salmon, sardines, and tuna, egg yolks, fortified milk, and dairy products. But one traditional remedy deserves special attention: cod liver oil. Long before modern supplements, older generations relied on cod liver oil for strength and vitality. Just 1 tablespoon provides a powerful dose of vitamin D, omega-3 fatty acids that reduce inflammation, support for joints, heart, and brain health. That combination is especially valuable for aging legs. Many seniors who take cod liver oil daily report better balance, stronger, steadier walking, improved mood and energy. Consider this real example. Robert, an 82-year-old retired teacher, began struggling with stairs. He noticed his legs felt weak and unreliable. After a simple blood test, his doctor found his vitamin D levels were very low. He began supplementing vitamin D and made a habit of walking outside each morning. Within 2 months, Robert said, "I feel lighter on my feet. It's like my legs woke up again." That is not luck. That is biology. Vitamin D restores the communication between your brain, nerves, and muscles. It strengthens the bones that support every step. It sharpens balance. And it gives your legs the confidence to move again. Vitamin D is not optional in old age. It is essential, because when your legs feel strong, your posture improves, your confidence returns, and your world opens back up. Strong legs don't just help you move. They help you live. If your legs feel heavy, weak, or strangely numb, even after a full night of rest, the problem may not be your muscles at all. It may be your nerves. And that changes everything. Vitamin B12 is one of the most critical nutrients for aging legs because it controls the communication system between your brain and your muscles. Without clear nerve signals, even strong muscles cannot perform. Vitamin B12 is essential for proper nerve signaling and protection, production of healthy red blood cells, efficient oxygen delivery to leg muscles. Your legs are the largest, hardest working muscles in your body. They require constant oxygen and precise nerve control to function smoothly. When B12 levels drop, that system begins to fail. Here's the problem most seniors face. As you age, your stomach naturally produces less acid. Stomach acid is required to separate vitamin B12 from food. So even if you eat a balanced, nutritious diet, your body may not be absorbing enough B12. This is why B12 deficiency is extremely common in adults over 70 and often goes undiagnosed. The symptoms don't appear all at once. They arrive quietly. Low vitamin B12 can cause weakness in the legs, poor balance or unsteady walking, tingling, burning, or numbness in the feet and calves, a heavy, dragging feeling when you walk, fatigue that no amount of sleep seems to fix. Many seniors assume these symptoms are simply part of getting older. They're told, that's normal for your age. But it's not normal. It's a nutrient deficiency. Vitamin B12 plays a vital role in forming red blood cells, the cells that carry oxygen from your lungs to your muscles. When B12 is low, those red blood cells become large and inefficient. They struggle to deliver oxygen properly. The result? Your leg muscles become starved of oxygen. They fatigue quickly. They lose endurance. And your balance suffers. That's why many seniors with low B12 feel dizzy or unstable when standing up or walking. Now let's talk about sources. Natural food sources of vitamin B12 include eggs, beef, fish, poultry. However, because absorption decreases with age, food alone is often not enough. That's where supplementation becomes critical. Many older adults benefit from sublingual B12 tablets that dissolve under the tongue, liquid B12 supplements that absorb directly into the bloodstream. These forms bypass much of the digestive process, making them far more effective for seniors. And the results can be remarkable. When B12 levels are restored, many people experience a noticeable return of energy, sharper thinking and improved memory, better balance and coordination, faster, steadier walking, a reduction in numbness and tingling. Consider Eleanor, age 85. She believed her leg weakness was simply due to age. Walking felt exhausting. Her feet often tingled, and she felt unsteady. After a routine blood test revealed low B12, she began taking a daily supplement. Within 2 months, she said, "It feels like my legs belong to me again. I walk faster, I feel steadier, and I'm not dragging myself everywhere." That's the power of restoring proper nerve function. Vitamin B12 doesn't give you artificial energy. It allows your body to produce energy naturally from the food you eat. It protects your nerves from damage. It improves oxygen delivery. And it allows your legs to work the way they were designed to. This isn't a miracle. It's biology. And when your nerves fire correctly, your muscles follow. That's why vitamin B12 is not optional for aging legs. It's essential. Vitamin E is one of the most overlooked nutrients when it comes to aging legs. Most people have heard of vitamin D. Some know about B12. Very few truly understand the role vitamin E plays in keeping legs strong, warm, and well-nourished as we age. Yet vitamin E is one of the quiet protectors of circulation. And circulation is everything. Without good blood flow, even strong muscles cannot perform. Vitamin E plays a major role in preventing abnormal blood clotting, reducing chronic inflammation in blood vessels, keeping artery walls flexible and resilient. As we age, our arteries naturally begin to stiffen. Blood becomes thicker. Vessels lose elasticity. Oxygen delivery slows. This is why so many seniors experience cold legs and feet, stiffness after sitting, swelling around the ankles, aching calves after short walks. Vitamin E directly addresses these issues. It works by protecting the lining of blood vessels from oxidative damage, the kind of damage that builds up after decades of use. When blood vessels are protected, blood flows more freely. Oxygen reaches muscles more efficiently. Muscles fatigue more slowly. This is why vitamin E is often called the circulation vitamin. Vitamin E helps improve oxygen delivery to leg muscles, reduce muscle soreness and fatigue, keep legs warm, flexible, and responsive. Many seniors who restore vitamin E levels describe a noticeable difference. Their legs feel lighter. They recover faster after walking. They experience less stiffness in the morning. Swelling around the ankles decreases. Another powerful benefit of vitamin E is its ability to reduce inflammation. Chronic, Low-grade inflammation is one of the biggest enemies of aging muscles. It causes persistent soreness, slower recovery, weakness over time. Vitamin E acts as an antioxidant, neutralizing the free radicals that inflame muscle tissue and damage blood vessels. In simple terms, it calms the internal environment of your legs. That calm allows muscles to heal. It allows blood to flow, and it allows movement to feel natural again. Let's talk about where vitamin E comes from. The best natural sources include almonds, sunflower seeds, spinach, leafy green vegetables, olive oil. Even small changes, like adding a handful of almonds or a drizzle of olive oil to meals, can make a meaningful difference. It's important to know that vitamin E is fat-soluble. This means it absorbs best when eaten with healthy fats. Pairing vitamin E-rich foods with olive oil, avocado, or nuts helps your body use it more effectively. Consider Margaret, age 84. Her legs often felt cold and stiff, especially in the winter. Walking left her calves aching, and swelling around her ankles was common. Her doctor suggested increasing vitamin E-rich foods and adding a modest daily supplement. Within weeks, Margaret noticed, "I can feel warmth in my legs again. They don't ache like they used to, and I recover faster after walking." That's circulation improving. Vitamin E doesn't force your body to do something unnatural. It simply protects what you already have. It keeps blood vessels healthy. It supports steady oxygen flow. And it allows your legs to receive the nourishment they need to stay strong. As we age, blood flow becomes precious. Vitamin E helps preserve it. And when circulation works the way it should, your legs feel younger, not because time has reversed, but because your body is finally being supported properly. Vitamin K2 is one of the most important nutrients for aging legs, yet it receives very little attention. Most people think calcium alone keeps bones strong, but calcium without direction can actually do harm. Vitamin K2 is the traffic controller of calcium in your body. It tells calcium exactly where to go. When K2 is present, calcium is guided into bones and teeth, where it belongs. When K2 is missing, calcium drifts into places it should never be. This distinction matters more with age than at any other time in life. Vitamin K2 helps ensure stronger, denser bones, healthier, more stable joints, better leg alignment and posture. Without enough vitamin K2, calcium can accumulate in blood vessels instead of strengthening bones. This leads to stiff arteries, reduced circulation to the legs, less oxygen reaching muscles, increased risk of pain, weakness, and instability. In simple terms, your legs lose both strength and support. And here's something many seniors don't realize. Bone strength and muscle strength are deeply connected. Your muscles anchor into your bones. If bones weaken, muscles lose leverage. That affects balance, stability, and walking confidence. Vitamin K2 works in close partnership with vitamin D. Vitamin D helps your body absorb calcium. Vitamin K2 makes sure that calcium is used correctly. Together, they improve bone density, protect joint surfaces, reduce stiffness during movement, support smooth, controlled walking. This combination is especially important for seniors who take calcium or vitamin D supplements. Without K2, calcium supplementation can increase vascular stiffness over time. With K2, calcium strengthens the skeleton that holds your legs upright. Now let's talk about where vitamin K2 comes from. The best natural sources include fermented foods, egg yolks, cheese, grass-fed dairy products. These foods were once staples in traditional diets, but are far less common today. That's one reason vitamin K2 deficiency is increasingly common in older adults. When seniors restore vitamin K2 levels, many notice less joint discomfort, improved leg stability, greater confidence when standing or walking, reduced stiffness in knees and hips. This vitamin doesn't provide a sudden burst of energy. Instead, it provides structural integrity. It strengthens the framework that supports every step you take. Vitamin K2 helps your legs feel solid, grounded, dependable. It reduces the fear that comes from feeling unstable. And that sense of stability is priceless. Because when your legs feel supported from the inside out, movement becomes natural again, not forced, not cautious, but confident. Vitamin K2 doesn't make your legs younger. It makes them sound. And sound legs carry you safely through every stage of life. This is the vitamin most seniors are missing. Not because they are careless, not because they eat poorly, but because magnesium quietly disappears from the body as we age, and few people are ever told to replace it. Magnesium is involved in over 300 essential processes in the body. But when it comes to your legs, its role is critical. Magnesium controls muscle relaxation after contraction, communication between nerves and muscles, the production and use of energy inside muscle cells. Without enough magnesium, muscles cannot function smoothly. They tighten but do not fully release. They fatigue quickly. They cramp without warning. This is why magnesium deficiency is one of the most common causes of painful muscle cramps, restless legs at night, weakness and trembling in the calves and thighs, poor, interrupted sleep. Many seniors wake up at night with sharp leg cramps and assume it's dehydration or aging. In reality, it's often magnesium depletion. As you age, magnesium levels drop due to his sleep improved, and his legs felt stronger and more reliable during the day. Magnesium didn't give him artificial energy. It allowed his muscles to function the way they were meant to. This mineral doesn't force movement. It supports it. It restores the balance between tension and relaxation. It allows nerves to communicate clearly with muscles. And it gives your legs the ability to recover instead of deteriorate. Magnesium is not optional for aging legs. It is essential because muscles cannot stay strong without rest. And rest cannot happen without magnesium. That's why this mineral is called the muscle youth signal. Not because it turns back time, but because it gives your body the tools it needs to move forward with strength. His sleep improved, and his legs felt stronger and more reliable during the day. Magnesium didn't give him artificial energy. It allowed his muscles to function the way they were meant to. This mineral doesn't force movement. It supports it. It restores the balance between tension and relaxation. It allows nerves to communicate clearly with muscles. And it gives your legs the ability to recover instead of deteriorate. Magnesium is not optional for aging legs. It is essential because muscles cannot stay strong without rest. And rest cannot happen without magnesium. That's why this mineral is called the muscle youth signal. Not because it turns back time, but because it gives your body the tools it needs to move forward with strength. His sleep improved, and his legs felt stronger and more reliable during the day. Magnesium didn't give him artificial energy. It allowed his muscles to function the way they were meant to. This mineral doesn't force movement. It supports it. It restores the balance between tension and relaxation. It allows nerves to communicate clearly with muscles. And it gives your legs the ability to recover instead of deteriorate. Magnesium is not optional for aging legs. It is essential. His sleep improved, and his legs felt stronger and more reliable during the day. Magnesium didn't give him artificial energy. It allowed his muscles to function the way they were meant to. This mineral doesn't force movement. It supports it. It restores the balance between tension and relaxation. It allows nerves to communicate clearly with muscles. And it gives your legs the ability to recover instead of deteriorate. Magnesium is not optional for aging legs. It is essential because muscles cannot stay strong without rest. and rest cannot happen without magnesium. That's why this mineral is called the muscle youth signal. Not because it turns back time, but because it gives your body the tools it needs to move forward with strength. His sleep improved, and his legs felt stronger and more reliable during the day. Magnesium didn't give him artificial energy. It allowed his muscles to function the way they were meant to. This mineral doesn't force movement. It supports it. It restores the balance between tension and relaxation. It allows nerves to communicate clearly with muscles. And it gives your legs the ability to recover instead of deteriorate. Magnesium is not optional for aging legs. It is essential because muscles cannot stay strong without rest, and rest cannot happen without magnesium. That's why this mineral is called the muscle youth signal. Not because it turns back time, but because it gives your body the tools it needs to move forward with strength. His sleep improved, and his legs felt stronger and more reliable during the day. Magnesium didn't give him artificial energy. It allowed his muscles to function the way they were meant to. This mineral doesn't force movement. It supports it. It restores the balance between tension and relaxation. It allows nerves to communicate clearly with muscles. And it gives your legs the ability to recover instead of deteriorate. Magnesium is not optional for aging legs. It is essential